Rance Thomas, Senior Wildlife Biologist for Cabela's. What am I doing in South Texas the very 1st of August with a tractor and a tiller starting to work on my fall food plots? Well, I'll tell you, we're in a very, very dry, arid region down here with very little rainfall, maybe 16, 18 inches of rainfall a year if we're lucky. And we're trying to grow food plots for the fall to draw deer, feed deer, and to also have an attraction, a place of attraction to hunt over. So why would I be here in early August to turn this plot up? The reason is that here in these very arid parts of the Southwest, we have to be very smart, strategic about how we manage the soils and the rainfall, what little bit we get, to bank that soil moisture. So with the Cabela's LM50 tractor, 50-horse tractor, and the Cabela's by Woods rotary tiller, 8 or more weeks before I even plant, is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to turn my plots up. I'm going to get all of the growing weeds out of the soil that's absorbing and taking a lot of the moisture out, and then I'm going to leave it that way in that barren state for over 8 weeks. What rainfall we get or might get between now and the time we put the seed in the ground is going to be banked in that barren soil and held on to, so that when I come and put seed in the ground, I've got much better soil moisture than if I were to do what most people do, which is to come and disc right before they put seed in. By disking the soil, you can lose what is equivalent to 1 inch of rainfall in soil moisture. So where I have very little rainfall here in South Texas, I want to bank and conserve that soil moisture as best I can. Well, what happens if I get some weeds coming into that plot after I've tilled? Those weeds will pull the moisture, what little bit I might get, out of that soil, and I don't want that to happen. What we're going to do in a few weeks, maybe 6 weeks, is we're going to come back with a sprayer and some glyphosate, and we're going to kill whatever weeds might emerge back to keep them from pulling that moisture out of my soil. That's why we're here today, to turn these plots up and get them ready for planting 8 or 9 weeks before we even put seed in the ground. So in this situation for planting fall food plots down here in the arid region of the Southwest, we have actually cut our seed bed 8, 9, 10 weeks ahead of planting. The reason is that we're going to retain any rainfall we might get over that period of time, hold it in the root zone of this food plot here, just underneath the soil surface, where it's going to be there for those seeds that we put in the ground in October, for those roots to get down and find moisture that would not be here if we had not used this drought proofing technique. We're going to have a beautiful green lush food plot with enough soil moisture to take that food plot right through the fall, right through the hunting season. Stay tuned for more how-to. We're going to be back at this very plot pretty soon, spraying glyphosate, and we're going to be back in October to plant the seed.
Go to Cabelas.com/WLM for more info about wildlife and land management, and go more in depth with all the tractors, implements, and products seen in this video.